Sisi wazazi utaona mtu kama mimi, mama mzuri anaambia mtoto usilale na mwanaume, utashika mimba. Mtoto atakuja ameshika mimba na anakuambia mami, si kulala na yeye, tulikuwa tumesimama. So utakuwa umepasua mbarika kweli. When I'm emotional because I've been frustrated by the father, I should not carry that emotion and beat the child, talk about something that the child does not know. Like I'm accusing the child, you are the reason to why I'm suffering, you are the reason to why I'm in this marriage, you are the reason to why I'm in this relationship, so that I support you.
Mom never sat me down akaniongelesha. The following day I went to school and I came back, mom aliniita jioni. Akanipatia paper bag ya merapo vitu vizuri, I didn't know ni nini. Akaniambia tu enda ufungulie kwa nyumba yake yenye unakaa, because I know you having sex with girls. Akaniambia vitu ni 3. If you having sex with a woman, mwanamke akitolea nguo yake, vitu 3 lazima utapata. Utampea mimba. Kama hutampea mimba, yeye atakupea ugonjwa. Na kama hata kupea ugonjwa necessarily ya ukimwi, kuna hizi STIs mingi utapata. So when I went kwa nyumba, nikifika kwa bed, nikifungua kitu mama amenipea, bro nilipata condoms mingi za shua, and I was like, hey, madhe kwa nimefikiria nini amenipatia condoms mingi kama hizi. So nilitoka kwa nyumba nikiangalia mama like nacheka, nataki tuongelee hiyo story tena. You see, hataki tu koza aliniambia, I know you are having sex.
Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Of course, welcome back to Speakers Corner podcast. This is one amazing place where we don't limit, we are not judgmental of your opinions, and we make sure to discuss topical issues that affect the society at large, and most importantly, the topics that affect you as our viewers. Of course, I have some amazing guests by my side. You must have noted that. Yes, I have a beautiful woman or a lady over here whom she will introduce herself, of course, and over there is a gentleman. But yes, who am I to introduce or to mini nani ni kuna kierere ni wa introduce? Let them come and introduce themselves. Ladies first, I think.
Okay, my name is Safia Ulanga. I'm in the house as the mother of the house.
Okay.
Welcome.
You are welcomed, by the way,
Thank
Sophia.
You.
And you look great.
Thank you.
Why did you decide to choose blue as your dress today?
Okay, it is not me who chose.
Okay.
It is my children's choice.
Oh, it was their choice.
They told me, "Mami, piga luku ya blue."
Piga look ya blue.
Yes.
And you are really umepiga look. Wacha niseme hivyo, umeua look.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then over there, maybe you can just introduce yourself.
Yes, I am Kasmil.
Okay.
Okay, Okumu, but you can call me Father.
Father. Aha. You are welcomed, by the way. Yeah. So today I would like us to address the elephant in the room. I am one person who have grown up with first I would want us to talk about relationship and the role that parents play in relationship issues of their children. Personally, mimi mtu mwenye nimelelewa kwa situation yenye sidhani mzazi wangu kuna role ameplay kwa. Yes, ameplay the basic roles, but nadhani emotionally ama kunipatia the education, emotional education of how I should relate with the other gender. That's one thing that sijafanyiwa. And I would want us to discuss that because I believe you are a parent. Umelea. Kasmir over there, nadhani pia, he is a young parent. Yeah, ndo ameanza malezi. And I think this topic imepata wenyewe, watu wenyewe wanafaa kuidiscuss. So maybe if we could just start. Do you think, just a quick one, do you think parents should play a role kwa relationship issues za watoto wao?
In fact, they are the major people to play the best role kwa watoto wao when it comes to relationship, because themselves are in a relationship, a father and a mother. So and the child is the consequence of the relationship, their relationship. So they are the best people to talk about it. They are the best people to mentor or support their children when it comes to relationship matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kasmir, unadhani pia wazazi wanafaa wa play role ama wazazi wanafaa tu waache watoto wenyewe wajue vile watapatana au venye watadeal na the opposite genders?
They must play a big role because your parent is your friend number 1. Mzazi wako ndo rafiki yako wa kwanza. You see, like my mama is my first girlfriend. So ni lazima, it is their responsibility. Although wengi will slide away, but it is their responsibility.
Okay.
Yes.
So the reason as to why I've decided to bring this topic on board is because currently we are having a lot of bad relationships. Tukona zile relationships zenye ziko violent. Tumeziona hadi tumeona majuzi tu watu walikuwa wanatembea na billboards wakisema story ya kusave girl child because tulikuwa na hizo manslaughter sana. Kwa tunaona mademo wameuawa kwa Airbnb. So it is the reason why I've decided to kuena hii topic, na hata ukiachana na hiyo siku hizi tunaona a lot of single mothers. Yeah, tunaona a lot of baby daddies. I want us to know, or I want us to address the audience, or the audience should know this. Do you think hiyo mambo ya kuwa na baby daddies, kukuwa na single mothers, kukuwa na hizo issues that zina happen kwa BNB, is it a result of bad parenthood? Maybe wazazi hawajalea watoto wao, hawajawafunza their roles or how they should be wakiwa kwa relationships?
Yeah, I think the major problem ni kwamba wazazi, sisi kama wazazi, mimi kama mzazi, if I'm an absentee mother or absentee parent to my children, inamaanisha they will not know more about the relationship. Sometimes we hide the truth. Huwa hatuambii watoto wetu ukweli. Wakati mwingine we don't want to talk about sex education. That is why unaona watoto wetu wanapata mimba za mapema sababu mtoto hajui. Kama mzazi unaweza ambia mtoto wako wa kike ama wa kiume, ukifanya mapenzi au kufanya ngono na mtu wa jinsia tofauti na yako, utashika mimba ama upate na magonjwa. Sisi wazazi utaona mtu kama mimi, mama mzuri anaambia mtoto usilale na mwanaume, utashika mimba. Mtoto atakuja ameshika mimba na anakuambia mami, si kulala na yeye, tulikuwa tumesimama. So utakuwa umepasua mbarika kweli?
No.
So we must talk about it openly because they know. We should educate our children about sex education. Number 2, we should be in strong relationships. How will I make my relationship strong? I should not expose my child to violence at a tender age. Even if my relationship is sour, I should not take my child in that relationship. Like whatever that is happening between me and my husband, between me and whoever that I'm in a relationship, my child should stay out of that.
Okay.
And how is the child going to stay out of that? I should not come up with like, when I'm emotional, because I've been frustrated by the father, I should not carry that emotion and beat the child, talk about something that the child does not know. Like I'm accusing the child, you are the reason to why I'm suffering, you are the reason to why I'm in this marriage, you are the reason to why I'm in this relationship so that I support you. So sometimes you'd also learn to be independent. For example, if you cannot do something, I know you'll depend on somebody, and that can lead you into a sour relationship because you depend on somebody too much. It will mean that you bend too low, you go too low because you have to go too low to that person so that he supplements your needs or he supports you. So that's how I think we can go about it.
Yeah, sure. And I've really loved that. But again, there's always this complication when it comes to a parent relationship with their children. Of course, umesema issue ya absentee parents. Yes, wanaweza wakakuwa na kusupport na mambo ya education na nini, but emotionally they are not there for you. And I will want to know, should we have boundaries when it comes to how we relate with our children, especially for example, should daddies be close to their daughters, or do you think they should, especially when our daughters wamefika adolescent period, should the daddies be there for them? Because I'm just trying to think it this way. You see, our watoto wakifika adolescent, tumegrow na ile mentality. It is out there, and Kashmir will support me in this. That, in fact, if I could just speak for myself, I've grown with my sisters, but I even sikukuwa najua eti kuna kuanga na vitu kama zinaitwaje, the pads, wakifika menstrual period. Yeah, I used to know you stuff. Mimi nikiona naona ni kama amenunua mkate and stuff, you see. Yeah, sielewi. So I want to know, should daddies be wanafaa walk through the journey ya watoto wasichana wakifika hiyo period, and or should they even be the ones au hata kuwasaidia kupurchase the
In fact, it shouldn't. It is a must.
It is a must.
Because assuming that today I'm a mother and my children has a mother and a father and I pass away, who will take the responsibility?
Of course.
Fathers should be close or closer to their daughters, because sometimes siri zao mingi watataka kufichulia baba zao, not because wanataka, wakifika umri fulani they become attracted to the people of the opposite. Sasa hiyo bond ya baba na msichana, sometimes mtoto atatamani a boyfriend or to enter a relationship na mwanaume mwenye ako na character traits kama za baba yake. And that is why utapata ya kwamba to so many cases, me as a woman nimekuja kuona there are some qualities zenye bwana yangu ako nazo na ziko kama za baba yangu. So sometimes inafanya mtoto ajigundue na agundue what she wants in life or in a relationship. So fathers should be there. Even brothers should be there. Like I'm a mother. I have a daughter, I have a son. Sometimes I can send the brother to go and buy, because tomorrow the brother will be having a girlfriend. Let him not be shocked to see, or when the girlfriend talks about pads, ama visodo, hajui. So sometimes I can just send him to the shop, go and bring always, or aina fulani ya visodo. Akiniuliza namwambia this one is for your sister, because it is normal. It is part of health. And if you teach your children about reproductive health, lazima utaguzia visodo. Na reproductive health goes to both boys and girls. Sasa hatuwezi assume ya kwamba he's a boy, he does not go through menstrual cycle, so siwezi mwambia. Teach the boy also, because atakuwa na girlfriend. We should be open enough. And the girl should also be very close. Ni kama msichana ajue which meal or food do my daddy loves, so that you also teach them. So itakuwa ni kama hata akikaa na huyu boyfriend ataanza kurelate like my daddy loves my daddy, my daddy, my daddy. Hiyo inaleta bond. The chemistry between the father and the daughter inakuwa strong, because amekaa na yeye sana na baba amekuwa pale. If you go to the supermarket, allow the father to walk along the shelves na msichana wake, so that ajue the type of items, personal items zenye huyu msichana anaweza kuwa anataka. So zitaruhusu huyu baba kujua taste ya mtoto wake. Number 1. Number 2, atajua the likes za mtoto wake. So when it gives to money issues, atampatia enough ya kununua hiyo stuff. But kama hajui, sometimes atachukua tu pesa kiasi yoyote na ampe, juu hajui stuff yenye mtoto huwa anatumia. So it can lead that girl or that son to enter in a sour relationship, because kule relationship is sour, but she's being supported or given what she wants, yenye wazazi wamefail.
Okay. Kasmir, what do you think? Now that you are a parent, I want to assume you have a daughter.
Yes, of course. My firstborn is a girl.
And how is your relationship with her, by the way, if we could just start by that?
I'm her favorite friend.
Oh.
As in, I'm everything in her life. Mtaungana na prefer mimi kulook even the mom. When I'm around and she's comfortable with me, you know.
So what do you think about all this, the father relationship with the daughter?
I think everything begins from home. When parents wenyewe, they don't have that mutual agreement, as in parents don't agree, don't expect mzazi na mtoto watabond. Don't expect that. You know, kuna families, they live very funny, like neza notice my dad is coming, najua how my father works, maybe definitely, though I don't have one. Neza notice venye mzee anatembea akikuja, nikijua tu those steps hizo ni babangu anakuja, ninakaa ni kama nimenyeshewa, ni kama exactly vile mzee anakaa na mama ama vile tunakaa nyumbani. So you find hata kama I'm in problems, I can't open up to share na my family. I have friends, strangers, well inaweza kuwa comfortable confide in them outside, but I can't ask my mom about a certain thing, because the moment I ask mom anything ile ina involve pesa, hiyo ni makosa nimefanya. You see, the moment
when indeed unahitaji hiyo pesa,
yes, it's a problem. Especially when you look at I'll speak for boy child today. When you look at how society looks at boy child, bro, tumekuwa so neglected in a way like ni kama we don't exist. Community has empowered girl child too much. To an extent, kuna wasichana we see them they age without even husbands. Tunaogopa ku approach. You see, because you find like, hey, udem, make it, achieve a lot. You una feel like ni kama, how do I put it? No, there's this fear at times men have in them. I feel like, hey, the moment I approach udem kumuongelesha,
Kafobia fulani.
Kuna kafobia fulani ni unakaa ni kama uko na low self esteem na sio hivyo. Is how society has empowered these people. You see, like for me, I'm like I grew up with mom. My father died when I was barely 10. So mom has been at the center of everything. I remember the first time kwanza kuwa na girlfriend. My shoshonda notice. Nimehepa kuenda shule, nimekuja na msichana, tumekaa kwa nyumba tumejifungia. So my mom came akitoka kazi jioni. My mom used to work in a hospital home. Akamwambia, the following, mom never sat me down akaniongelesha. The following day I went to school. When I came back, mom aliniita jioni, akanipatia paper bag ya merapo, vitu vizuri, I didn't know ni nini. Akaniambia tu enda ufungulie kwa nyumba yake yenye unakaa, because I know you having sex with girls. Akaniambia vitu ni tatu. If you having sex with a woman, mwanamke akitolea nguo yake, vitu tatu lazima utapata. Utampea mimba. Kama hutampea mimba, yeye atakupea ugonjwa. Na kama hata kupea ugonjwa necessarily ya ukimwi, kuna hizi STIs mingi utapata. So when I went kwa nyumba, nikifika kwa bed, nikifungua kitu mama amenipea, bro, nilipata condoms mingi za shua, and I was like, hey, madhe kwa nimefikiria ni amenipatia condoms mingi kama hizi. So nilitoka kwa nyumba nikiangalia mama like nacheka, nataki tuongelee hiyo story tena. You see, hataki tu cause aliniambia, I know you are having sex. Because you are now a grown man. Now you're having sex, and when you have sex, make sure unatumia condom. If you don't use condom, you don't protect yourself, utapata ugonjwa. Na mimi, I won't sit here to nurse you. You see? Alafu another thing, we boys, how we also live. Kuna ule mtu like anasema like, hata kiko kwa shida gani, I can't open up, I can't share. Not even with my boys. Since I'm a man, I'll handle this shit venye mimi neza handle. So by the time you open up, you have a problem. Bro, you are already.
So that's hiyo ni result ya bad parenthood. Hawaja kuruhusu you confide to them your relationship.
Exactly. Na hiyo inaanza na wazazi both. Unaweza pata na mzazi kama ni single mama, kuna vitu you can't stop her ukamuuliza. Atapika an argument out of it, itakuwa issue kubwa for no reason. So unaonanga kuliko niulize mama hii, acha tu mimi nikae nayo. You see, because I've already nimeanza kufanya sex. That means I'm a man. If neza leta msichana atoke kwao akuje kwa nyumba tujifungie ni muandrens, nifanye whatever shit I want to do with this kid, that means naweza fanya sex. I'm a grown man. Mimi mtu mature. Unaona? But kuna mzazi you can't, haezi kubali hiyo conversation, we have na hiyo conversation.
And again, just hold it on there. Nadhani Kashmir just brings us to our next question, because I was there is where we were leading. Yeah. I want to know. Yes, you spoken about the good relationship, kujaribu pia keep watoto close, the boy child, kujaribu kumfunza issue ya maybe the menstrual cycle ya dada yake na nini, na pia kusema pia baba anafaa kuwe hapo hivyo something. I wanted to ask this. Should parents allow their kids, especially with the sexual now education, the one you mentioned, should they allow these kids to have the act at their adolescent age, or during this your sex education, the conversation, when are you how are you preparing them to have this?
When you talk about sex education and you're talking to your daughter or your son, that means you are giving advice but not making decision. Decision lies in his or her hands, but you are there to walk along that journey with her. You should tell her the consequence. You should just open up and tell her everything. Like for the girl, you can advise. You want a relationship or you want to enter a relationship, be open enough so that when you choose a boyfriend or a man, choose somebody you are proud of. Somebody you are proud of is somebody who will not disappoint you, like is ready even to meet your people, is ready to be known by your close relatives that he is the one walking with you the journey in a relationship. I think most of the time we fail as parents because we warn our children, I should not get you in any relationship. That warning sends her to do some evil things behind your back, because the child knows that it is wrong. Sex is not wrong when it comes at the right time. We should just tell them openly that it is good, it is part of health, it is okay. When you attain some age, it is automatic that you'll do it, but it is good at the right time. It is done at the right time. And when is the right time? It is you to choose, because as a parent, I've chosen to educate you, I've chosen to give you light. So wewe mwenyewe utaamua ni wakati gani mwafaka mimi kufanya ngono au kufanya mapenzi ya kimwili na yule mwenzangu, na nitamfanyaje yule mwenzangu ajue the right time. Sometimes mtoto anaweza ona, ama msichana mvulana anaona, okay, I have attained the right time or the right age, but are you also choosing the right person? Inategemea tena. Be the right person at the right time and choose the right person at the right time, because you cannot go around hooking each and every girl. You want to be known as Kajogowa kijiji. So ukishachagua yule mtu unayempenda, sidhani hata wewe mwenyewe kama utajiingiza kwa mambo ya kingono kabla muoane. If you truly love somebody and you know the value of love, itakuja at the right time. But we parents, when we fail, tunaambia watoto usiende kwa mahusiano yoyote. That is wrong. Huyu mtoto hata toka tu kwa nyumba siku moja na oleke, ni lazima ajiingize kwa uhusiano, asome vitu 1, 2, 3 na ukue free. Like, tell your daughter or your son, if you have a relationship and it is not working, come and share with me, because I'm a living testimony. You see, I had a relationship and right now I'm staying with your father. And if you are a single parent, maybe the relationship didn't work, you also have the capacity to tell your child why it did not work, so that the son or the daughter do not point fingers at you because you are on the wrong or the father was on the wrong. So it is we parents to come out clearly and talk about it.
Okay. And thank you. I also just want to ask, walking them, kutembea na wao kwa hiyo njia, hivyo, preparing them.
Yes.
Does that mean parents should also allow their children to bring their significant partners at home? Wanafaa free.
Yes.
Mom, I am dating this person na hata wanaweza.
You see, the reason to why we have having problems, like unapata watoto wanahagiana kwa barabara anyhow, yani there is no morals at all in the society. Like mtoto anaona baba mwenzia anapita, but they walking, yeye ameweka mkono kwa waist ya huyu msichana, amemshika mkono iko kwa mabega, they hug each other, they kiss even in public. It is because we don't allow them to bring their sweethearts or the chosen ones at home. Allow your daughter to bring the boyfriend at home. So when you contact that boyfriend physically, mtamuongea na yeye, umwambie mimi nimejua, so it is you who is in a relationship na msichana wangu. Kwa hivyo ujue hata huyu kijana anatoka wapi, anajishughulisha na nini. Itakuwezesha kujua background ya kijana. Na kitu kingine ambacho kinaharibu uhusiano ni sisi wazazi kuingilia sana. Like, msichana wangu amekuja na kijana, nikishauliza kijana aniambie, oh, mimi kwetu ni mali fulani, babangu ni kenkata na mama yangu wanauza mboga. Baadhi ya sisi wazazi tunaangalia status. So you will not even wish your daughter to have that son of somebody as the boyfriend. You are not looking at their future. Wewe unaangalia their past. Background ya huyu kijana is the past, but the relationship ni future ya huyu mtoto wako. So are you building it or you are killing it? Because ameona future kwa huyu kijana. Maybe huyo kijana anatoka kwa hiyo humble background, but akona potential ya kumove upwards. Allow them to continue with their relationship, because wao wenyewe wameanza na baby step. It will reach at some point penye wenyewe wata establish your relationship and they know what they want in life. huyu kijana hajakuja tu kwa sababu anataka kuentertain msichana, ama msichana ameona kitu ndani mwake. Be close to your daughter, ujue ni nini imemfurahisha sana huyu kijana, and if you are in position, lea, kuza ile kitu yenye, yes, change that boy or that son of somebody into a good son-in-law that you want. Everything is possible. Support. It does not mean ya kwamba unabembeleza, but support, so that, because that is where the heart of your daughter lies. So support it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kashmir, what do you think about that? Is it okay to allow your daughter or your son to bring their girlfriends at home?
Me, in fact, when my daughter one day I decided I have a boyfriend, I'd love to be the first person to know this guy.
Okay.
As in, I really love to know who's moving around with my daughter. As in, nijue tu ni nani. Naona nijue mtoto wangu ako na mtu fulani.
Yeah.
Then now from there we have conversations. You see, kukuwa na boyfriend is not bad. If like in states, state like Colorado, people get married at 16, 17 years and they do even white wedding. You see?
And then it's because
that's not our culture. Yes.
Yeah, society.
Exactly. But now here we are told at a certain age,
maybe 18,
18 plus.
18. But over there 16.
Maybe if my daughter gets at 17 years and she has a boyfriend, bring that boy home. Me, I'm okay, bro.
And sijui niseme aje, but you keep on sijui unaenda haraka kwa kuswali zangu. He hasn't gone through my script, but I just don't know why every time he speaks into my next question, because I was just about asking you, what do you think is the right age that parents should start walking the journey with their ladies or talking about this sex education? Wanafaa wakifika umri gani ndio waanze kuongea? Because just a couple of days back I saw there's this popular presenter journalist Oga Obina. Huwa sometimes anakuwa na hizi shows zenye anaonyesha lifestyle yake na watoto and stuff, and I just saw Oga Obina, he was recording his kids and the daughter, the firstborn. Sidhani mtoto Obina amefika 12 years. She's barely younger than 12 years, maybe she's 10. Yeah, hapo hivyo tu. And the daughter was telling Obina, no dad, usini record, naona nimevaa hizi manguo, because alikuwa amevaa kitu kama sweatpants. Crushi wangu wataona hizi manguo na sitaki aone, ataniona kama mtoto mdogo. And Obina was like, siwe ni mtoto mdogo, kwani yeah, you see. So
the right age. Okay. Sasa about sex education, haiendi na umri.
Okay.
Our environment matters a lot. Our environment matters a lot. Kuna mtoto yule ambaye amekuzwa kwa mazingira, kama tunatoka kwa vijijini kule. Kuna watu wanatengeneza pombe, yani mazingira ya ulevi, maybe watu hawaendi shuleni mapema. Sasa mazingira kama hayo, you should start at the age of around 8 years.
Okay.
Teach your child about sex education, because wako exposed kwa matendo maovu at a tender age. Yes. So usingoja afike 18. By the time afike 17, 18, he or she will be a parent of around 3. Yes. Sasa unaanza kulingana na mazingira. Na kuna mazingira ambayo unapata ya kwamba everybody is enlightened. People go to school, yes. Everybody is busy working, na are engaged in some activity, productive activities. Around there, unaweza anza at the age of 13 and above. Because at 13, mtoto amefika class 7, class 8, hapo. So they know, wameanza kufunzwa growth and development, even the parts of the body. So akona hiyo akili anaweza shika. So if you talk about sex education, anaelewa. Hata kuwatch soap kwa TV, anaifuata. That is when unaweza anza kugauge pia through social media. Unaweka soap, wakati wa soap unawaita watoto wanakaa. So after watching utaona mmoja anakuambia, mami, unaona kesho huyu atamarika na huyu. Start teaching that child about sex education, because the soap is sinking in her head. So anaelewa what will happen. Ana flow na hiyo soap. So kulingana na mimi, the right age ina depend na environment. Yes, environment ya mtoto. Because If I may give an example, I have a daughter and a son. Na mimi kulingana na mimi na ile mazingira ambayo nimewakuza ndani, nimeanza kuwafunza about sex education when my girl was 16, because that is when niliona ana develop interest ya watch soaps. Ya kukiwa na vipindi za mapenzi, interest yake ikaanza. So I automatically knew ya kwamba akishaona maybe somebody somewhere anamuona ama akona mtu hata kama ni classmate, that is when I opened up, nikaanza kukaa na hao, then nikaanza kuwauliza, and it was a simple question. I just asked them, what is dating? Then the boy was very fast, akaniambia, the right person to tell us is you and daddy, because you mulidate. Sisi hatujui. And the girl akagamble kidogo, akaniambia, dating ni ile uko na boyfriend anakupeleka out, mnakula chips, mnakula kuku, mnakula pizza. So you see, kama ningenyamaza singejua. Tunaona already alikuwa na some ideas za kwenda out kukula chips, kukula kuku, yenye mimi nimejua. Then I asked her, so mimi nikikupeleka out nikunulizo vitu mzaa, am I dating you? Akaniambia hapana, haifanya kuwe relative. Inafaa ni mtu mwenye people of the person of the opposite. So I knew already, hata nikiongea, she knows what I want to talk about. So it was me to enlighten her. Same na kijana, pia yeye nimeenda na yeye hivyo. And as we speak, nimeanza pia ku-mentor wa mama wenzangu, because they should give room for their children. As much as I'm trying, huyu mtoto wangu kesho atataka kuoleka, mvulana atataka kuoa. Kama sija mentor hawa wa mama wapeane room, do you think ata get married kwa mtu mwenye ako na exposure? No. Ataoleka kwa mtu mwenye, ataoa mtu mwenye ako na exposure? No. It will bring chaos in that relationship. Yeye atakuwa na exposure lakini yule mwenzake hana. So nimeanza pia mimi mentorship programs kwa mama wenzangu, wale my friends nilianza mdogo. So I am also telling them to give room to their children. Teach their children about sex education. Okay, talking about sex should not be an offense. Sometimes nimeambia mpaka watoto wangu, they do train me to dance. Nawaambia, na nyinyi si mnifunze salsa ni gani? So I want to know, do my children know? Na wakisha nifunza nauliza, na wewe ulijulia wapi? Maybe unaweza kuwa unajua my child is innocent at that age 16, 17. Na akiwa kule shule alisneak akaenda ngoma. So nilitaka kujua. So unapata nimejua the root cause ya yeye kujua salsa. Anakuambia sometimes huwa na Google, naona and I dance with them, ama I have got friends. So ujue pia pale kuna peer influence. So akisha kutajia friends, mwambie I would wish to know those friends of yours when you wanakufunza salsa, which means unapanua darasa yako ya kufunza sex education. Unaona sasa how it comes. So a friend of my child atapata sex education through me, not even the father, not even the mother. And I have a girl mwenye alifunzwa na mimi, and she went back, became an ambassador, na akaanza pia yeye kufunza wazazi wake. Walikuja tu during after. Then nikamuongelesha, she's called Ivy. Nikamuongelesha, venye nilimuongelesha, when she went back, she came back and told me, hata mimi nowadays boyfriend wangu anaweza kuja nyumbani, my parents allowed me. Juu niliwaambia tulikuwa kwa kina Doti, nikaonyesha hata mapicha. So it is we parents to make sure that I share what I have with other parents, and that give room for our children wapate hiyo exposure for the better future, or else breakups na zitaisha, and at the end tutapata ya kwamba hatuna kizazi. That is what I always sometimes,
and it's a very good thing. So you will agree, or you can clearly state that these breakups zenye ziko huku hivi nje, hizi vitu tunaona manslaughter, watu wanauana, the fights na nini, it is out of wazazi kutokuelekeza absentee parenting.
Hiyo ndio the mimi kwangu vile nimeona, sababu ukichunguza utapata ya kwamba either one of the parent was absent kwa maisha ya huyo mtoto. So imekuwa issues, exactly
some void in their heart.
Exactly, like hata kama ni msichana, sometimes anaenda through manslaughter because yeye kwa maisha yake hakuiona the role of the father kwa familia yao. So huyu mwanaume hata kama atamwambia nini, after all mommy was the sole breadwinner. Ama kama ni daddy, mommy left, si ndio? Alikaa kwa maisha ya baba, so haoni role ya mama. Mama ni nini? So huyu kijana akiona huyu msichana, he can just do without her. Haoni ule umama ndani mwake, juu hakuona role ya mama. So akimuona anamuona kama mnyama. And some guys do out of bitterness. Hakulelewa na mama. So mapenzi yenye huyu mke wake anauliza apatie watoto, zile gudi zenye anashinikizwa na bibi nunulia watoto, yeye mama yake hakukuwa akaitisha kwa baba yake. And why is he being forced to do it for the children when ile hali yeye mama hakumfaitia? So anamuua hivyo tu. Unapata hiyo ndoa imezambaratika because wazazi wote hatukukuja pamoja. That is why nimesema hata if we are at a distance, we should just be involved. Like as a good mother, you can just phone call, like watoto wakiwa wadogo, like at your age, naweza kukueleza ni kwa nini niliachana na babako na ukaelewa. Lakini wakiwa wadogo, let them know that daddy works at a distance. Sometimes call somebody, atume pesa, unamwambia leo daddy ametuma pesa, I'm taking you out. So they will go around telling people, siku hizi baba yetu anafanya kazi mbali, but just cover until they reach the right time. Okay. Yes.
Kasmir, tukimalizia,
I think to say something on what mom just said, personally me, I can't put so much on parents. You know, like your parents have took good care of you through primary season, high school season, you've gone to campus. Now this campus, you've met your mbogi, you know, like for instance, easy if it's come up at love is just love. You just went to campus and you coming back home, you fall in love with your fellow men, falling in love with your fellow girls. You can't blame your parents kwa vitu kama hizo. You see, because your parents raised you upright vizuri. Na hatuwezi sema because mzazi mmoja hajakuwa kwa maisha, amekuwa absent na mmoja ndiye amekuwa, now we blaming parents for everything. It's so wrong. You see, it is so wrong because why did my mom get married? Why did my father, kwa nini baba yangu kukaa na mwanaume mwenzake akasema love is love? Why did my mom choose my dad na ni mtu opposite sex mpaka sisi tumekaa tumezaliwa? My mom never said love is love, I'm loving my other fellow guy. So influence, you see, ile peer pressure peer in campus, colleges, as in the friends we make, ile mbogi, the hood we move around with every time, peer ina influence vitu mingi. Because I believe once I leave home to go to study Nairobi, Eldoret, or any other town, I'm an independent person. Because every time I know my routine. Nikiamka asubuhi nafaa kufanya hivi, how I go to class, everything, I come back. My mom is not in the picture. She just needs to support me, fees, upkeep money, and everything. But as how I make my movements every day from morning till jioni, my mom doesn't know. Now every time when I go back home after shule zimefunga, naendanga nyumbani kama mgeni. Like for 1 month, 2 months, I've left. I've gone back to school. You see? So the friends we make,
yeah, they matter.
Places tunaenda to hang out, as in everything. It matters.
So I think personally, I just want to a bit differ with you. Yes, umesema tuweze tukablame wazazi for the your relationship when you some other failures, but personally I think we can blame them because it's just contrary to what she was saying, because she was saying the issue of absentee parents. Yes, they can support you with finances, with all the things that you need, but when they are absent kwa your emotionally journey, then we can as well blame them. Because wewe ukikuja ufikie maybe kwa time yenye unaanza kudate your fellow men is because your mother hajakuongelesha ama hajakufunza that this is bad and you need to have the person of your opposite gender and omeget. Because
let's look at this perspective. Nature happened. You were born, initially you've lost all parents. That is nature. That is nature. Sasa, if we say because I don't have parents wote, hakuna mzazi amenikalisha chini kuniongelesha even hivi.
No, I think you see, Kasmir, I think in fact whatever Kasmir is just trying to bring on board, it is beyond us. I think it is beyond us, and we shouldn't address that. We shouldn't address that kindly, please. Yeah, because we will be trying to approve and disapprove the things that we have no capacity to do that. You see, yes, we cannot approve or disapprove that. It is beyond us, and yes, yeah, I think we should just leave it at that. So, if we could just go back to what we were talking about, Kashmir. Tukimalizia, I just want us to give us your final words or your final comments about the general bringing of parents in a relationship, because you are a young parent, umesema you have a daughter na she's going to soon, anaenda kwa mtu mkubwa, anaenda kufika hiyo age yenye pengine atahitaji that sex education. I asked you relationship yako na yake, ukasema mko close na and everything. Yeah, I just want to know, are you willing to go down the road na yeye kumwelekeza hiyo jani yake, the menstrual part na nini? I want to believe wewe haukufunzwa na mzazi, si ndio? Sidhani kama your mom alikuwa kwa hiyo role yako.
No, my mother taught me a lot, as I told you from the beginning. As in, she's been there.
Okay.
Till to date, my mom sits me down na kuambia, ukiwa na issue kwa nyumba na bibi yako, don't be violent. Don't raise your hands, umpige. Don't talk on the top of your voice ikiwa this is your friend. Remember, you married a friend, you dated a friend, someone you wanted to know, and now you know this person. Na mnaishi na yeye. You see, you must communicate.
Okay.
Communicate doesn't come up na vita because nimeona text kwa simu, let's fight. You know, hapana. My mother has been, as in, she's always at the center of everything in my life.
Okay, and now that you are a father, you know your mom was a mother, and I am sure she didn't maybe taught you about the menstrual part of women. You are a father, you have a daughter. Have you done more research about this, or how do you plan to go with it, or will you be there when will you have the topical discussions about her menstrual journey, ama you will leave that for the mother?
That is my responsibility as the dad, and that is the responsibility of her mother as my woman. You see, like today, me naweza toka kwa nyumba, like mimi nimeenda supermarket na mtoto wangu na na pick paka pads, I pick vitu. Atara, she's called Atara, ananiuliza, daddy, hii umechukua hii ni nini? Naambia hii ni ya mama. Hii ni ya mama. Ukikuwa mkubwa hata wewe nitakuwa nakubaia. So in her mentality anajua akikuwa mkubwa daddy atakuwa kuna video daddy atakuwa ananibaia. Una get? As in, we are very free.
And is it okay for, this is just a quick one, none of us can just answer it. Is it okay for a dad to buy maybe the inner pants for a daughter or bra? Is that?
This is my child.
It is.
Okay.
Sasa nisipobaia mtoto wangu.
That is
like I'm just questioning this because the issue of even the size, you know.
Okay.
Maybe
at first, a father should just go to the supermarket. Then should be free enough to tell the daughter, pick the bra, pick the inner pants, so that he will also know the taste and the quality of those inner clothes.
What she likes.
Yes.
So that mtu asitoke tu from nowhere huko amletee ka panty kamoja na shachanganya mtoto wangu. You see? Yes.
Then another thing, like when she picks, if you want to be present in her life, if she picks, ask her now, how will you know that you are picking from the supermarket? How will you know that it is fitting you?
Yes.
Then she will tell you that it is size 26 or size 38. You are now getting the size. So next time when you buy for the mother, you come and call your daughter, call the mother, and tells them that, guys, I'm surprising you. This is for you and this is for you, my dear wife. So she will know that it is normal. It is not something sinister. There is nothing sinister behind my daddy buying me such items, because number one, you know the size. And when it comes to always, like, okay, you should not be telling her that when you grow up, you know, growing up comes at different ages. You can get a child at around 10, starts her menstrual cycle. So you should be telling her that when time comes, you will be buying. And how will you teach your daughter to use a pad? You have to go to the supermarket. When you bought them, come, take a syringe, start some water, then start pressing. You take the inner part, put the liner, put it on the pant the way it is placed. You are now teaching how to use before she starts her menstrual cycle. Then start pressing the water. Press the water onto that pad. So as it swells, you tell her that the fluid that comes, the blood, when the blood oozes from you, it enters the pad, there reaches a time when it swells. And when it swells, it means that it is full. So through the water, it will show some signs of swelling.
Yes.
Then you tell her that it is now full, you can go and remove and teach her how to dispose. So sometimes the periods can come when you are not around. She'll just go pick and use it. And so many parents don't even tell their children. Because you might not know when your child will start. It comes at different ages. So sometimes it is good. Start telling her that when you start, how old is she?
She's only 4.
Okay, she's still young. But at around age 8,
yes,
start teaching her how to use. Because you never know. Some children start it at as early as 8, 9, 10. Some goes up to 17, they start. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Kashmir, any parting shots or advice to our viewers?
I think parents should befriend their kids. As in, we should learn to talk to our children. We should be the first people to show love to our children. Because if I don't love my daughter, no neighbor will love my child. If I don't love my daughter well enough, tutakuwa in a way like mtu anaweza mfanyia kitu mbaya, but she can't come up open kuniambia daddy nimefanyiwe, because it makes no sense. Baba ni mkali, baba doesn't love me. But when you love watoto wako, like now, I'm not around. See, I'm not around. But when I go back kwa nyumba yangu, my daughter will tell me everything. From the day nilitoka, mama alikuwa ananipick everything ataniambia. That's how we live.
So you should make them your friends.
Number one priority. How do your number one priority?
Okay.
Yes. How do responsibility yako? That's why you're a parent. Yes.
Any advices to our audience? Of course, remembering or keeping in mind that you said you've started a program where you are trying to empower other parents to. Yeah.
Okay. My advice is that parents, let us give room to our teenagers. Let us dialogue with them. Let them be our friends. That is number one. Number two, our teenagers, we are not animals. If you feel that my dad is just a lion, my mom is just a lioness, your parents have close relatives, they have close friends. Go through their close friends and speak out, because your father or your mother might not know what you are going through apart from the normal life routine at home. So
true.
Join forces together. Even if you have a friend who is a teenager and can face your father, use that teenager friend to approach your parents. We are there as parents. The reason why sometimes we go mad is because we are very possessive and we don't want to let you go. But you know that there a time comes when you are supposed to go and leave. So take that approach and let us dialogue. There is room for dialogue so that we stop these breakups and heartbreaks.
Thank you. To our audience, if at any point or if kuna mtu yote mwenye anatuwatch and maybe you have grown kama mimi, just like I said, sisi ni wale wenye tumegrow kama vile Kashmir alisema, tumekuwa na wazazi wenye ukiwaona hivi ni kama umeona KDF, you have to unajihumble vibaya sana. Mimi ni mtu wa hiyo mimi. So if you are a parent na ume create such an environment to your kids, I pity you. Ninaona it's a very bad thing. I think at this rate, at this moment, we should pia evolve. Yani we should grow up mentally to hakikishe we have changed the things, because yes, tumelelewa hivyo kama KDF na Al-Shabaab, but at the end of the days tumeona results. Out here tuna hizo abandoned marriages, tuna hao watoto wenye wamelelewa out of violence na nini, which is not a good thing. So what I'll just tell you guys is I'll just reinstate what Kashmir has said. We should make them our friends. Hakikisha mtoto wako anakuwa your best friend. Hakikisha yeah, the environment too inakuwa friendly, and that's it. Of course, I am your host, presenter Dante, and this is Culture Hub TV. Kindly make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, so that hii video pia inaweza ikafikia watu wengi. You know, just through liking, YouTube itself will recommend the video to watu wengine. So make sure you like, una subscribe, na pia ukiweza kushare, kindly make sure you share to other parents so that watu wanaweza kuwa enlightened. That's just it. Goodbye until next time.